in Japan, we are known for making educational TV programs for children, and it may seem different from what you think about Japanese creation, like animation or game or that kind of things. And I came here to show people that there is these kind of creation in Japan. We developed some ways to make animations or ways to make films through research about cognitive science or computer geometry or that kind of things that usually are not used for expression. And what we are doing is simply creating how to create. We don't start immediately creating something. We always start from creating the way to create. The way to create is born from it's always some kind of concept, like way of thinking, like computer geometry. And we don't use passion, or we aren't based on a story or that kind of things. We have a concept always based, and then we start studying it. And through the study, we developed a unique method to create. So that's how we create our way of creation. Well, I think it's possible because, well, today I'm going to show some of our works based on cognitive science, and it's all about our brain and what our brain thinks about when there's some kind of information. And most of our works doesn't depend on what language you use. We use our basic ability of what our brain has. Completely universal is very difficult because we have languages that we are based on, but there are still things that we don't need words. Well, there are several things, but one is we want to tell people, like science or math, the concepts we use to make our expressions are simply, they are very interesting themselves, and we want to tell that these concepts are very interesting, and we don't want to put decoration like decorative programs, but we want to make that interesting point themselves the content, themselves the element of a program. So we are focusing on that, and we are also interested in communication design. So we are interested in how can we tell this to somebody, or how can we push the envelope of media, like TV, video is not non-interactive, but if you think hard and make something, it might make content that feels interactive. It's not interactive, but feels interactive. That we are doing those kind of things. And the last thing is that creating the way to create itself is very enjoyable. It's a joy, because to make something that makes something is kind of very human, I think, and it's very fun doing it. I have a lot of things I'm proud of, and most times the newest one is my favorite. But I was doing a long time for making animation from a factory, an automated factory, and that became my master course thesis, and I think that's my representative work, and I think I'm very proud of that series. But in fact, I'm very proud of all the works we did, and not the only one I did, but all with our group did. But Japan has a lot of things to do for about 3 years. In 2020, there's an Olympic coming, and we have a lot of people coming to Japan from 2020, and I think we have to focus on not just telling to Japanese people, but maybe to other people coming. And also, Japan has a lot of problems right now, and trains are working late, and people are working very hard. So I think there are many things that design can do to make people's life more happier. So, well, I don't know what I can do about that, but yeah, there are a lot of things for design to do in Japan, and I would like to commit do it too.